Ah! Scary, I know. My first in real life appearance. As you can see, I'm covering my face. I don't actually have a mask. So I found this t-shirt I used to wear when I was 10, so we're just gonna thug it out with that, I guess. And another thing, this webcam was about $10, as you can see by the amazing quality. So it's gonna be like you're watching me on one of those box TVs from the 70s or something. But that's not important. I decided to celebrate this milestone together. This is a great time to complain about something that I think is a justifiable thing to complain about. As some of you may have noticed, out of my extensive catalog of videos on this channel, 2 of them are focused around Black Ops 6, the newest Call of Duty. Now, I've been a fan of COD games since I was about 8. I mainly love the campaigns the most. I really liked Modern Warfare 3 when I was younger. But in recent years, it's no secret that it has turned into one massive, infectious disease of a gaming franchise that will spread open your cheeks and stick its greedy little fingers in there to get as much money as possible. Ever since they introduced battle passes, that is what I've and many other people have believed in. Because it's like, I already gave you $70, but they still have the urge to fuck my wallet. Now, before Black Ops 6, my most recent Call of Duty up until that point was Modern Warfare 2019. Despite having that microtransaction shit and being the second COD title to my knowledge to have battle passes, overall, I really like this Call of Duty. I played it a lot during quarantine, and overall, the gameplay I thought was very good. In comparison to Black Ops 6, overall, the gameplay campaign plus the zombies, objectively, it's better. I say that because I'm going to be going into very unfortunate stuff that I don't really see many people covering, or at the very least, I think should be talked about a little bit more, even if you're not into Call of Duty or anything like that. Because what this is can possibly mean a very bad future for not only the very clean, slate of the Call of Duty franchise, but also just triple A games in general. It's not gonna look great. Also, if I sound out of breath in this video, this is so fucking hard to breathe in. So firstly, let's talk about my experience with Black Ops 6. I have over 100 hours on it, and that may not be considered a lot to the hardcore fanboys of the series. It's not really a series. It's kind of just like, it's just shit, honestly. Those hours I got were from the launch of the game up until maybe 2 weeks after, maybe 3 weeks. I can confidently say in that time I had a lot of fun. I really like the Omni movement of the game. I really like the gunplay also, but oh boy, the the maps. I need fucking therapy. I know some people overdo it with how bad they are, but still, oh my fucking god. Because of the dog shit map selection, I mainly only played Mosh Pit, which is a collection of smaller maps, not that many to choose from. But all of them in the Mosh Pit game mode were actually okay, except for one. Gather around and let me show you some gameplay of the 3 maps that come to mind when I talk about this mode. I'm taking this footage from one of my old videos because I would actually rather castrate myself than install 120 gigabytes of rape onto my computer. The first map being shown here is Stakeout, my favorite of all the Mosh Pit maps. It's a cool setting, cool navigation, and equally fair on both sides, no matter what side you spawn on, which is a very good thing to have. Overall, a very fun map. The next map you see is Pits. Not everybody likes Pits, but I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, it was quite difficult to get around because of how it's laid out and stuff of the corners, but if you play carefully, you can still have a good time. It's not an awful map. And ladies and gentlemen, for the last and most certainly fucking least map, we have Warhead. I don't have much to say except whoever designed this map, I hope they choke on my ballsack and die. Not even brain-dead infants have fun on this map. Literally just full of people head glitching that shed at the back. I swear to God, if you spawn on that side, that entire team is not moving. They just stay there the entire match, violating anyone they see. I paid $70 to have my ass torn in half is the only thing you're thinking when you play this map. So yeah, very fun time for the entire family. Moving on from that, I could sit here and list off all the positives and negatives from this game. But really, there's one massive issue in particular that completely rules out the game from being good. This issue is just so fucking pathetic that if I had known that they were going to do this, that I would have not under any circumstances bought this game because of how pathetic it actually is. Ta-da! From an initial glance, you wouldn't really pick up what is wrong with this image. So allow me to direct you to St. Dick's fingers right here. He has 6 fucking fingers. If you haven't realized already, Treyarch has made AI to create this image and most likely a lot more. This one, though, happens to be one of the more recognizable images of the use of AI. Looking into this a couple months before launch, Treyarch sent out a job notice for a 2D artist / animator that is proficient with using AI tools. Big fucking yikes for me, I guess, because if I would have known that, I would have taken my money and rather shove it up my ass than give it to them. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought it could not get any scummier from here, I would ask, what the fuck is the matter with you? We're talking about the creators of Call of Duty. Apparently, the main voice actors of Black Ops 6 quit due to the use of AI in the game, which they felt goes against their AI protection agreement. And you want to know Treyarch's fucking amazing response to this? Replacing all the characters in the game with AI. If you go into Black Ops 6 right now, hover over one of the operators, an AI voice will come out with a cheesy one-liner like, "Let's get this done," or "You don't want to mess with my shotgun," or some fucking shit. I'm not looking at them. Last time I attempted to play, they had just recently added those AI voices, and I went into the operator menu and got jump scared because they actually never spoke before that. Not even the real voice actors spoke if you hovered over the operators. And it sucks because it's so obviously AI. So from that point on, I stopped playing because it's almost like they knew people would be upset by this. So they waited a couple of weeks after launch to add all this AI garbage into the game, so there would be nothing you could do about it. I don't have footage of the operator voices, and I don't want to steal footage from online. So instead, allow me to show you something a bit more recent from a source that I don't care about stealing from.
Introducing the new Call of Duty Event Pass, featuring Squid Game. Play the Squid Game Event Pass to earn new rewards.
Player 456 would be disappointed. I think you have understood it already. That trailer was clearly an AI voice and an AI frontman. So fucking lazy. I really don't understand with how successful Black Ops 6 is and how successful the entire Call of Duty franchise is. They still decide to ruin their reputation even more by cutting corners in the shittiest way possible. Black Ops 6 was the biggest release in Call of Duty history. That is fucking insane. You would think with all that money they would be able to pay artists and voice actors, right? No. I honestly believe this is now Ubisoft level of fuckery around their customers and around their employees. It's just so pathetic. People in the US, If they didn't want to get the Game Pass, they paid $70 for this game. $70, that's not nothing. And if you're in Europe, for some fucking reason, you have to pay €80. 80. I'm in Europe. Moving on to my last point, I think this is a very bad sign for the future of Call of Duty, but honestly, I could not give a fuck about that anymore. The main concern now is the future of other big AAA companies. I say that because imagine if you were a AAA company and you saw how successful Black Ops 6 is. Black Ops 6 topped the charts in sales and got a top concurrent players of like 200 something or like 160. And all with that, they used AI and they got away with it. So now, what these companies are going to be thinking is, if they can do it, we can do it. The next thing you know, Assassin's Creed 17 is going to be full of AI generated voices and the models are AI generated everything, and the game starts with I was searching for my creed, but instead I got an Assassin's Creed, or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, what I'm saying is it may potentially lead to other big studios, or not even big studios, other studios in general taking a risk and trying to use AI to cut corners and save money. I can almost guarantee you that the next Call of Duty will be using AI to cut corners in whatever way possible. And I also certainly think they'll be using it more than they already have in Black Ops 6. Because being the greedy little leeches that they are, they want to push it as much as possible and find out how much they can get away with. And that is really all that it's about. Pushing it as much as possible to save as much money as possible. Got a product out every year. Does not matter. They just know that people will buy it. And sadly, there are people out there who either just don't care or just love sucking the tit of Call of Duty so much. And God forbid they miss out on the next Call of Duty this year. And of course, I'm not saying anything bad about COD fans in general. I'm just talking about the overly obsessive defending every single game that comes out by them. I have definitely learned my lesson because the reason why I got Black Ops 6 in the first place is because I was kind of missing that feeling of COD, and it was kind of playing into the idea that it would be like that. It would feel like how it did back then. And at the start it did. As I said, I had fun with it. Objectively, it's not a bad made game, but it immediately just goes all the way down when you start using this cutting corner AI shit. It just ruins everything. It doesn't make it a good game anymore. These diehard fans are like, "Oh, please let me order the steak. It's gonna be delicious." Then it comes on the plate and it's just a big pile of shit. And they say, "What the fuck is it? You just serving me a pile of shit," but they still eat it. It's not gonna, like, there's no point. But yeah, anyway, that's as much as I really have to say on the topic. Besides that, I hope you enjoyed. This year I'm gonna be making a lot more videos, hopefully. I do really love the process of it. It's really just a fun thing to do. It's just like a thing to dedicate my time to. I really hope I get more of an audience than what I do now. My 15 loyal friends. Thank you. But yeah, also I promise to change the Pingu one day. We'll get something. Anyway, that's it. Bye 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 bye.